Bonjour and welcome to Tuesday Tips. I do like to do appetizer things with pastry. So puff pastry is a dough that doesn't contain any sugar, so you can do a lot of savory dishes with puff pastry. So what I want to show you is how to make a baked brie into the puff pastry. The first thing that I want to do is take some blueberry, and I'm going to make a blueberry jam, but I don't going to put too much sugar on it. So let's see, I'm going to use, my guess is 200 grams of blueberry, which is a little bit less than half pound. Maybe 150 grams will be enough. They're good. Okay, so sugar, 100 grams of sugar, and then using something to make potato puree, I'm going to smash a little bit those blueberry, and then I'm just going to put them onto the stove and cook them very fast. I'm going to use a knife and cut the brie in half. I'm going to take one sheet of puff pastry. You can make the puff pastry. I show you on one of my Tuesday tips how to do that. Or you can buy puff pastry. It's usually in the freezer section. So I'm going to add a tiny bit of water around. You want the puff pastry to stick together. And I might put a little bit more later. Okay. Then I can put 1/2 of the brie. I want to put a little bit of jam on top. You can see the blueberry here, the little bit thicker. So I'm going to take a couple spoons and put that over the brie. Then what I can do now is add some pecan, and then I'm going to add a little bit of honey. You know how much the French love cheese? Oh my God. Okay, so then we're going to add a tiny bit more. Again, a little bit more pecan. And you can put walnuts, you can put pistachio, you know, whatever you have home, you know, it's pretty forgiving recipe here. Little bit of honey always. Okay, then be sure that the sides are nice and wet. And then we're going to add the other piece of puff pastry. Don't worry if it's a little bit shorter than the bottom, because I'm going to show you how to close all that. Okay, now what you want to do is, that's where we have to pay attention a little bit. You put a finger and then you bring the dough over your finger. So now remember, put your finger down and bring the dough over. Finger down, bring the dough over. Kind of look impressive, it's easy to do. Okay, be sure that you press on the inside. You don't want any of the cheese running out. This is about 1 egg. So the temperature of the oven for the brie, 360 degrees. My guess is 30 to 40 minutes, but just bake it until it's nice and brown color. So the brie in puff pastry came out of the oven. I let it cool down a little bit, because if I cut it when it's hot, she's going to run all over. So I let it cool down a little bit. And then I prep a plate again with the garnish. We have, again, the blueberry. Look how nice is the blueberry jam now. So I have my blueberry marmalade because I put only 50% sugar, honey, and then pecan. So I'm going to take the brie and put it on a tray. So that will be pretty much the way that you can present that to your friend. Again, it's a very easy, simple recipe to make, and it's actually pretty fast. So I'm going to cut a piece of it to show you inside. So of course, the cheese melt and mix with the marmalade and with everything. It's really nice. And depending on how much people eat, you know, you can serve, my guess is easily 10 to 12 people with that. But a lot of time, if you have less guests, they take it 2 or 3 times. So I'm sure they will enjoy that. So you can add on the side a little bit of the marmalade. Voila! Bon appétit! I hope that helped.